Welcome students. Today we are going to study about discussion about the activities which was left from the chapter number 15. Some of the activities we has already covered from this chapter and which are remaining I will explain today. And all of the activities you have to write down on your notebooks also. Okay. So first one 15.1, 2, 3 all of these activities are discussed already, and next activity is a 15.4 activity. And what is regarding for that? Basically here is written that what will, in the first point, what would happen if we not put an aquatic animal which eat other in the aquarium. Means that we has built an aquarium, and in that aquarium we has not put an aquatic animals. What would happen? I hope all of you can answer it easily. If we are not giving aquatic animals into the aquarium, now what is the function of aquatic animals? Aquatic animals, or these are also known as aquatic animals, these eats the aquatic plants. Now if we will not put the aquatic animals into the aquarium, then all of the damaged part of the aquatic plants and the foul smell of that damaged part, it will get collected into the aquarium and it will cause suffocation for the fishes. So that's why there is a more necessity of the aquatic animals. Second question, make groups and discuss how these groups of the organism are dependent on each other. This can discuss you very easily. All of we know from the producer, further food is taken from the producer, means that from the aquatic plants food is taken by the aquatic animals, and from the aquatic animals then food is transported to the next carnivores, and not for just to the carnivores, and at the last it goes to the decomposer. And now if we will disturb this series from the producer to the herbivore means to the aquatic animal, then to the aquatic decomposer, and if we will disconnect this series, then there will be a disturbance in the flow of the energy also, and there will be not proper decomposition of the waste material also, and there will be a disturbance in the food chain. Third point, here you have to write only 3 steps in the food chain. You can write down any grass, frog, and to the frog, snake. Any 3 points you can write down. Okay, this point is very important. Then question related to these 3 steps is that what you considered any one of the group of the organism to be primary importance, why or why not? All of we know all of these 3 steps are very important, but above all most primary importance is to the producer, because producer first of produces food by self, and they further gives to the herbivores and then to the carnivore. So that's why producers are very important in the food chain or the food web. It was all about the 15.4 activity. Next activity is the 15.5 activity. Yes, this activity. Here we have to discuss generally about pesticide. In one newspaper report about pesticide level in ready-made food item are often seen these days. Generally we hear the example about the pesticide level, that in the food chain, even that in the food items use of pesticide is increasing. Okay, and so many harmful effects of these pesticide are there. So in so many states some of the pesticides are also banned. Okay, you have to debate on this group. When you will be in the school, we will debate on this topic also. Okay, it is up for discussion. Now question is that what do you think would be the source of pesticide in these food items? Would pesticide get into our body from the source through other food or product also? Yes, obvious. Generally you think what is the food source of a pesticide? All of we know we spray the pesticide in the field area on the crops, and basically these are the source of the pesticide in the food item. Okay, the spray of the pesticide we will almostly put into the field. That is the basic source of the pesticide in the food items. And could these pesticide enter? Yes, obvious. If we will consume those food items from those crop areas which are sprayed by the pesticide, those pesticide will enter into our body or even our food products also. Okay, then is the further discussion. Discuss what methods could be applied to reduce. We can use the way for organic farming, that is without use of insecticide or pesticide. That is the best way to reduce the intake of the pesticide, because first of all, when we will stop the use of the pesticide on the food items, then its intake will decrease, otherwise its intake will not decrease. So alternate way is the to go for the organic farming, stop use of pesticide and insecticide in the fields, and only it can save to you from the use of the pesticide. Next activity 15.6, that is already done, and after that activity 15.7. Students, all of those activities now which are given this chapter, its answer are not fixed. All of these answers can vary individual to individual, student to students. Also, in all of these activities, you have to answer according to your locality, according to your village, according to your city. Alright, but it should be correct. For example, in case of this activity, there is a discussion about the waste generated at home, or the question is that, is there a system in place to collect this waste? And now all of you have to give its answer according to your locality of the home. Is there a system in a place to collect the waste? If it's yes, you have to write down yes. It's no. If it's no, then you have to write down its answer no. Second question, find out how the local body means panchayat in the village, a municipal corporation in the cities, and apart from that, resident welfare association, how these associations, panchayat, municipal corporation deals with the waste. For example, in case of city, there are the trolleys to collect the waste, you can write down. Okay, and in the same way, if in the village by the panchayat there is any system for the biocomposting or for to discard the waste material from the village, you can write down that. And next question, are there mechanisms in a place to treat the biodegradable or non-biodegradable waste separately? Means that, is there is any method to collect the biodegradable and non-biodegradable things separately? Then what is happening into your locality? You can give its answer according to that. After that, activity is 15.8. In this activity also, answer will vary individual to individual. For example, here you have to write, calculate how much waste is generated at home in a day. Now you can answer, have to answer according to your home, how much quantity there is a production. Okay, how much gram, 100 gram, 200 gram, 300 gram. If it is producing more than 1 kg, alright, then you have to write answer according to that. How much of this waste is biodegradable? You have to write in the gram or kg. Calculate how much waste is generated in a classroom. Okay, it will be in the form of gram, because it is not weight on the classroom, only papers are there, and weight of the papers, it can be 100 gram, 200 gram, just like this. It's a very big. Okay, how much of this waste is biodegradable, and suggest ways of dealing with this waste. How you can reduce the waste from home, how you can reduce the waste from classroom. You have to write down 1-2 points from that. Next activity 15.9. Again, its answer will vary according to your locality. Are there is any mechanism to ensure the local water bodies are not polluted by untreated sewage? It again depends upon your locality, that untreated sewage water that will not affect the water body. You have to answer it yes or no. In the second question, find out how the local industry in your locality treat the waste. If there is any local industry into your locality, how these are treating the waste. If they are putting directly into the river, or if they are treating before putting into the river, you have to write down that. Or are there mechanisms are ensure to protection for the soil and water pollution, or are these mechanisms which are used by the industry for the put of the water into the river, are these sufficient for to protect the soil or water pollution or not? You have to write down 1 or 2 lines for that. Next activity is the 15.10 activity. It is about the how do you have to dispose the electronic items. Electronic item is if there is any broken bulb or waste cell, any electronic toy of our children, how do these you have to dispose. Okay. And what are the hazardous, means that harmful material which is disposing, which is emissioning from the electronic items. You have to write down that. And at the last, find out how plastic are recycled. You can write down this way. It can be recycled by using for you can give here example of Coke bottles. Okay, you can reuse or recycle again for the next purpose. Does this recycling process have any impact on the environment? Here you also have to write down its answer in the form of yes or so no. So students, with this your all of the activities chapter number 15, these are completed. Okay. And so with this chapter is complete. You have to write down all of the questions and activities on the notebook, and it was all about this chapter. Thank you students.